Hey guys, it's Jsnow with the new World of Warcraft expansion, World of Warcraft Legion. So I'll show right here. Now I'm going to be using Wowhead to show all this because trying to get all these pictures together would be a pretty long process, and I just want to talk about the stuff real quickly. So, no release date for the expansion yet, and the expansion basically focuses on Gul'dan and the return of Illidan, and we're going to be going to some new islands to stop a huge invasion at the Tomb of Sargeras of the Legion. So here's a couple screenshots of the new zones. Not exactly sure which zones they are, but I'm just going to briefly go through them. That's actually, the Naga are on land. There is a new Naga dungeon, but I didn't know if they were on land. It looked like those little tubes of water from the Steam Vaults, if you remember back in Burning Crusade. So go back, we have also the box art, and the new hero class, Demon Hunter. So, a new class, and this class will be probably at level 100, because they did announce on the live stream that you'll be able to go right into the expansion with your Demon Hunter after completing a story progression quest, which will be Illidan apparently sent Demon Hunters out on a big mission before the end of the Burning Crusade expansion. So you're going to be going back in time and doing those class quests. So here's a whole bunch of more screenshots. Definitely, it looks a lot like Wrath of the Lich King. Definitely very similar. And then not Dalaran, Daranasis, whatever the hell it's called. And here's a whole bunch of weapon things, but I want to go over those a little bit later. So, a big thing in the expansion, artifacts. Each spec will get 36 artifacts. And this is the new talent system as well as your new weapon that you'll be using throughout the whole entire expansion, apparently. So they actually put the talents into the weapons themselves. So here's the Ashbringer. So basically, try to sum this up quickly, you're going to have to, in order to defeat the Legion, you're going to have to find the artifacts of legendary weapons. So you'll be going back to certain areas depending on your class. So for example, if you're a Death Knight, you're going to be looking for the Frostmourne that was shattered somehow. I don't know how, but you'll be going back to Wrath of the Lich King and getting your weapon. And then you'll be getting extra talents and abilities through that weapon by gaining artifact power. So artifact power can be gained by killing dungeon bosses, doing raids and PvP. So pretty much all the usual stuff. Now my only gripe about this is everybody gets an Ashbringer, which is like kind of weird if if you think about it. Like all of a sudden everybody has this legendary weapon, and now it's going to be pretty much mandatory. So everybody's going to have the same weapon. I mean, it's a good thing they are going to have some skins for it that you can change by doing different things like PvP and raids. But pretty much everybody's going to have a legendary weapon, so it's a little weird. So here's the UI, a little bit blurry screenshot there. Here's the Staff of Mist for Mist Weavers, so they got a staff for like the Crane, the Ox, and even the Shah, which is pretty cool. You got the Ashbringer, you got the Corrupted you got Shadow Corrupted Ashbringer, which you can get only in PvP. And that one on the 5th, I think it's called the Cracking one or Storm one, whatever it is, looks sick. We got the Weapon of Kalthanas, I don't know if I'm saying it right. But what do you call it? His weapon you'll be able to get as a mage. The Eagle Spear for Hunters. Now this is a little bit weird because Hunters they don't use spears anymore. So I'm wondering, are they gonna get their spear slot back, or are we gonna have like a melee spec for Hunters now instead of ranged DPS? So that's a little bit weird, but I guess we'll find out later. Next is Icebringer and Soul Reaper for Death Knights, and classic Doomhammer for Shamans. And updated, Druid model. I can't really tell the difference though, other than that little chain he's wearing. And for our Druids, your weapon will actually change your form. So we have a ghost form and a form that looks like it's out of the Nexus or something. So that's pretty cool. Class orders. Now I'm a little bit disappointed in this because this smells like garrisons again, which a lot of people don't like. So basically what you're going to be doing during the expansion is building up your artifact weapon with your class order. So each class has their own little hub. So for example, the Death Knights have, I'm not sure what the place is called, but the Death Knights have their own little place they can defecate to or whatever. And so basically Paladins, Warlocks, and all the classes will have their own little hub to themselves to play around in. And you'll be able to see other people. This isn't like a zoned in garrison. It's not like your garrison. It's all the Paladins' Paladin place. We'll just call it that. And you're basically going to be getting champions to, together to fight off the demons. And they said that it's not going to be like the garrison, that it's going to be more, you're going to get more bonuses as you're doing stuff in the actual zones as opposed to just clicking a button and getting rewards. So hopefully it's like that, but I mean, we won't know until we actually get to see it. So they're calling it, Knights of the Round Table, so you're going to get like champions instead of just random followers. Dungeons and raids, we have the Vicruel return, which is like kind of weird. It's like, whoa, they're back. I thought we saw the last of them in Wrath of the Lich King, but they get their own new dungeon here up in the sky, which is pretty awesome. Black Rook Hold, which I keep thinking is called Black Rock Hold, is an elven fortress, so they actually have some screenshots of it. Small screenshots, probably look pretty bad on YouTube, but here's some screenshots of the hold. You'll be saying, and they're saying you'll be seeing some new elven structures never seen before. Another dungeon, Vault of Wardens, so Demon Hunter Prison. So this is apparently the starting zone for Demon Hunters, which will also become the which will also become a dungeon. And they have two screenshots here. Very dark place. Dungeons. So you're gonna have Eye of Ashera, which is basically Nog again, Darkheart Thicket. Netherian's Lair, I'm trying to say that right. Netherian's Lair is actually Deathwing before he was Deathwing. So we're going to go into the lair of Deathwing, basically. Helhem, Saramar City, and Violet Hold again. Violet Hold 2.0. So hopefully Violet Hold isn't the same as other ones. That dungeon was pretty terrible. As for raids, you're going to have the Emerald Nightmare. So this is probably a fan favorite of lore. You're actually going to go into the Emerald Dream and stop the corruption once and for all, so that's pretty cool. Next raid is Suramar Palace, which is, I think, the ancient elf city. And there's going to be 10 bosses, and this is where you'll face off against Gul'dan. So I'm not sure what the next raid after this will be, since are you going to kill Gul'dan in this raid and then somebody else takes over, so who knows. But it basically says that Gul'dan will be in the second raid, so that means the third raid is going to be against something else. I mean, maybe Illidan again, who knows. Here's a nice looking artist concept of the city. And this is the new continent you'll be on, so it's the Broken Isles. So we have the new places now. I'm trying to read it, it's very blurry. Drenath, Azuna, Suramar, Val Sharaf, I can't read that. High Mountain, and Stormhelm. And the place kind of looks like Outland, like if you kind of like a little bit, but those are the new zones. And Dalaran is back, so it's gonna be a little bit weird. I don't think the Dalaran will be moving from Wrath of the Lich King, so you're gonna have two different Dalarans, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. Here's some concept art of Demon Hunter, which is also a DPS. I forgot to mention it's also a DPS and a tank class. Which I'm excited for because I love tanking, so having another tank is absolutely awesome. Next we have Prestige. So for PvP, they're going into Call of Duty pretty much literally. So you're going to actually level up to level 50 in PvP, and you'll unlock PvP talents every time you level up. Then they said, once you get to 50, if you want to unlock cosmetic rewards, you will reset your prestige like you do in Call of Duty. So you basically go to level 1 and you get a new prestige rank. So that's a little bit weird, but we're going to have PvP talents now, which is definitely interesting. So maybe that will balance PvP finally, but who knows. We're going to have an epic battle at the Tomb of Sargeras itself. And here's a couple of screenshots of the past. And here's the two specs. I forgot what they're called, but the DPS spec is on the left, and the tank spec's on the right. Actually, I may have said that wrong. I don't know. We're going to be searching the Broken Isles for Pillars of Creation to stop the Burning Legion, so that means we're going to be seeing the Titans. This screenshot, they were showing off the zones, so there's the zones. Stormhelm, Ashzuna. This place looks pretty, I mean, that city looks pretty awesome, even though I think it's an enemy city. High Mountain, Suramar, and we got an epic, what do you call it, elk or whatever it is, I forgot, moose. We get to kill moose now, yay. Highlighted the expansion, definitely. We also got the Valkyr. We also got Tauren with moose horns, which is a little weird. So actually, I think one of the zones is like the land of the Tauren. We're going to be hitting level 110, so that's 10 more levels. So I guess Blizzard's not doing the 5-level expansion anymore. This is the second one in a row. I got some more screenshots. Right here, the Satyr are back, which we haven't seen since Vanilla. Holy crap. What do you call it? Or actually, there were some in Burning Crusade, but they've been out of the loop for a while, and we'll be actually killing one of their main bosses, their god or whatever it is, for one of the raids, I think. So here's some more screenshots of the raids. There's the Volcrol, that's the first dungeon, I guess. What do you call it? Looks pretty epic. New honor system. I mean, that screenshot doesn't really tell you anything about it. Artifact weapons. Yes, everyone will have Ashburner. There's more of the Paladin Forge UI. Class order halls. So, for example, this is the Paladin one, I think. So, it's pretty interesting. There's a whole lot of people in there. So I wonder how that's going to work out. Hopefully not like garrisons. That's the only thing we don't want. Here's one of the new zones. Here's Illidan. Here's some Demon Hunter screenshots. Just going through these really fast. There's a screenshot of Stormwind. That's a little odd. The trailer also, yeah, ended at Stormwind. There's some screenshots from the trailer. And more Legion coming out. Tons with the updated models. Whatever this place is, I'm not sure what this place is, but that looks pretty epic. What do we call it? Broken Isles, and another screenshot. So, basically, I think I went over everything, so I'm just skimming through this stuff. But as far as everything's together, if you really think about it, I guess this is real talk right now. They're not really adding anything new. Basically, we're getting another version of garrisons. We are getting a new class, which is pretty much the only real newish thing. We are getting a new PvP system, but there's no like new mechanics, like no like real like character control mechanics or anything like that. So it's going to be kind of more of the same as far as just playing World of Warcraft. And I think that might be a problem as the expansion goes on, as it's going to feel like the same thing over and over again. So we'll have to see how that ends up. And that's why I'm only a little bit disappointed, because it doesn't seem like they have anything major that's going to really draw people in as far as playing a fresh new game. Like, it's going to feel like you're playing the same old WoW over and over again. I mean, other than the Demon Hunters. So what I'm really excited about would be, I guess, Demon Hunters. And now that I think of it, that's really it. I'm only excited about the Demon Hunters. I guess I don't have that much excitement for this expansion. So hopefully beta will be soon. They said later this year. So hopefully we'll get that. There were screenshots of the PvP honor system, but I don't know where to find them. But you're going to be getting basically some abilities from that. So that's the only thing I think I'm missing here. So thanks for watching as always. I mean, let me know, what do you guys think? Are you excited for the expansion? What's your favorite part of the announcement? Do you think WoW is going to die after this expansion? Will we ever get back to 10 million subs? And all that stuff? It's like, find out next time on the next episode of World of Warcraft. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. I'll have more videos, of course, as more info is announced, and I'll see you guys next time.